Ah, yes, the accountability of the vlog. I was gonna get up early today and I set my alarm for 5:30 in the morning and woke up at 7:30. So, sort of missed that boat. That's annoying. MJ was up a few times in the night. That didn't help, and we went to bed a little bit later, like around 12:30. So, oh well, it is what it is. It does mean though that I'll need to do a little bit of extra work in the first few days of next week. So, activities for today. I'm editing and uploading a new channel trailer, and that'll be Monday's video. I'll release and upload today's video, or it's already uploaded, but that's the Drawing with the Mouse challenge, so by the time you see this vlog, that'll be up. And then I have an interview at 1 PM over Skype, and then I have the 21 Draw winner announcements, which I'll announce in this vlog as well. They're all the main activities today, and if I can get all of those done, then I can get to editing the mini documentary, which is what I'm particularly concerned about, which is why I was going to wake up early. So I'm hoping to work through all that stuff and then get there. So I'm actually putting together the thumbnail for today's video, and I thought I'd show a little bit of the process because I've learnt recently how important the thumbnails are. I know that sounds stupid to say. I've been doing YouTube for like 4 years, but sort of up until the last few months, I've put together like decent-ish thumbnails, but in the last couple of months, I've really tried to focus to make them as appealing as possible, and that has made a difference. And I don't know why I haven't done this sooner, but I think that the whole process of, you know, being a YouTuber and doing all this stuff means iteration and learning and improving as you go, and I will learn things in the future that will mean that I'll do things better then than I am now. But one of the things I'm doing now that I think is working really well is I'm including my avatar a little more heavily in thumbnails. Not in every thumbnail, like I obviously, you know, give it a break sometimes, but at least half the videos I actually include my JAZZA avatar, and I think this is really good because it helps people understand pretty quickly whose content it is when they look at it. It's also a really recognizable character and style, so you know, the familiarity and repetition sort of helps, I think. So I've actually been building up a collection of JAZZA avatars, and these are sort of things that I can pull in when I need to and manipulate if they need tweaking to fit in as a thumbnail for the video that I'm doing. So I'll bring them up a bit so you can see them a bit. For example, like I might have this guy holding something different, and I actually do in one of these. He's holding the 21 Draw book, so that's really useful, and that means I can use it again for another thumbnail, but I try and not use a character or an appearance too many times too quickly. So I mention all this because I'm currently making a thumbnail for the Drawing with a Computer Mouse challenge, and none of these fit. So I'm not going to try and stretch it and just force one of them to fit. I'll make a new character. And the way this works is I actually have a Photoshop file with all these layers, and each of these layers has one of these characters in there. So basically, I'll just add a new folder to my layer here, and I'm just going to draw a new character in here. Okay, so I've drawn me holding a mouse looking confused, but I've layered it in a way so that I can actually quite easily get rid of the mouse, so that if I need to use this or crop it or reposition it, holding and being weirded out by something else, I can. And I guess that's the idea behind all of these avatars. And obviously you won't see it anytime soon, but it just means that, you know, slowly I'll build up a collection of these little avatar thingies. And that will mean that, you know, whether in books or in thumbnails, I'll be able to, you know, have some flexibility and versatility using the same sort of branding and visuals so that people are, you know, familiar and stuff. And there you go, that's the avatar applied and made into a thumbnail. And, you know, you can see that obviously I didn't use the whole thing. He's quite heavily sort of cropped and placed in a way that it sort of focuses on that mouse part of the thing, and then I obviously add this big no Wacom tablet thing. But yeah, that's basically an approach I have to doing some thumbnails these days. I've finished my new channel trailer and the socials that'll go over the end. Also, it wouldn't be a trailer without the dancing monkey. Oh yeah. Now it's time for a Skype call.
So earlier before you mentioned collaboration.
Mm-hmm.
how many people have you met specifically through Newgrounds who you've actually been able to work with?
Loads. There was a table at my wedding where there was about 7 or 8 people, all who I'd completely solely met through Newgrounds.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey guys, I just saw that my book is on a better discount at the moment, and if you haven't grabbed it, now is a good time to grab it. It's like nearly 40% off. You're saving $10. I'll put the link in the description, but yeah, grab it while the pre-order discount is still happening, because it's gonna save you a whole bunch of money. That's like almost half price. So go check that out. Links in the description. And also, thank you all again for keeping it as the #1 release in how to create animated cartoons. You guys are awesome. All right, and wrapping up for the day, man, this has been intense. I've just been going full-fledged. I've finished a whole bunch of businessy stuff I didn't want to bore you with, but there is something I want to let you guys know about, and that is I will be in Melbourne next Monday evening at a panel. So if any one of you in Victoria, near Melbourne or in Melbourne, wants to come along and say hi, it'll be at Loot Bar, which is actually where we had the Tale Teller launch party. I'll put the event, the Facebook event link in the description, so go check that out and come along and say hi. It's 18 years and up as an event, but I'll mention it in the next few days, upcoming in the next vlogs as well, for anyone who might miss out. But yeah, come along and say hi. It'll be great. It'll be like an animation panel event thing. There'll be some cool people there. So yeah, I look forward to seeing you and meeting you if you come along. Question of the day comes from the Muffin Man. He says, I'm bullied greatly at school. Kids will call me albino because I never get tan no matter how long I'm outside. How did you overcome the bullying when you were in school? It would help me greatly. Thanks. The reality is, I think bullying happens to a lot of different people in a lot of different ways, but something that's pretty common and reliable in a lot of cases is that it ends, it's temporary. So I think the best thing to do is to just find strength in yourself and find things that you love that give you confidence. I know that when I was bullied, the more I interacted with that, whether aggressively, you know, against them or for myself or whatever, it all seems to fuel the flame I was fighting. But when I was supporting myself, when I stepped away from that and built my skills, built my relationships that had value, that always helped me overcome the bullying. It also makes it boring for the bullies, because then they're not getting any feedback from what they're putting out there, and hopefully they move on to something else. So I'm sorry to hear that that's something you're dealing with, but hang in there. It's something that a lot of people go through, and all the bullies I know from high school lead pretty boring and crappy lives, because there's not much moral fiber in that, and people who have that as a part of their person just don't go great places, unless you're Donald Trump, in which case you might become the president of the United States and cause global warfare. Still not a great place, so don't do it. Don't bully. But if you're bullied, hang in there. I'm running late for family time. We're gonna go to the park, but that aside, I'm also going to be judging the 21 draw with JAZZA things tonight. I've been looking at them over the past few days, and I'm gonna announce the winners later this evening. So, time to lock up and get back to family time and weekend time. Oh, it's pretty high up here. Are you ready? It's pretty high up here. Oh. Okay. You ready? Are you gonna come down with us, Max?
No, I'm just gonna go.
Alright, say hi.
Hi!
Hi, ready? What's that sound? What's the sound? Where is it? Where's the train? Where is it? There it is. Did you hear it? There's the train. Where is it? Say bye-bye, train. This is not going to be a success.
I'm worried about this.
How much does MJ weigh? Oh, you love the horsey. A bubbity 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 bop. As if it was really much Raja. Bubbity 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 bop. Raja. Good boy. Ready? So I started off the vlog with the first thing I mentioned being the accountability of the vlogs being annoying to deal with. I come around full circle to that again because I said I would announce the winners to the 21 Draw with JAZZA thing. I've been looking through all the entries and it's really difficult to judge, but I figure I'll leave it to tomorrow. What?
I told you it was really difficult to judge.
Mrs. JAZZA was just pointing at me. I was like, what? Am I saying the wrong thing?
He said, it's fine, I'll do it Friday night. And I was like,
I've put it off for too long.
Through there's so many entries.
Have you seen the evil pointing monkey in Family Guy? That's what I just saw. It was just like... I wish I could show you more readily in the vlog.
No. I am an evil pointing monkey.
I get in trouble if I try and show Mrs. JAZZA in the vlog. Yeah, so... Unfortunately, I don't want to announce it tonight. I think today's been full on enough, and it's 10 p.m. and I think we just need to call it a night. But it's going to be my first order of business tomorrow. Before I enjoy the weekend, I'm gonna put that out there so you can expect to see the announcement of the winners tomorrow morning or in tomorrow's vlog. So thank you for your patience with that. I know I didn't actually give a date that things would be announced, and it's taken a while. Think of it maybe as a bonus that a lot of people got to get their entries in, but yeah, we'll bring that around tomorrow. But that's it for us today. Thanks for watching, guys. See you tomorrow.